I was sitting in the back of my own funeral, watching my grieving wife, Elena, sob into a designer handkerchief I'd paid for 3 weeks ago. My death was supposed to be a tragic car accident, a fiery wreck in the canyons that left nothing but ash. But as the priest talked about my generous soul, I was tucked away in the shadows of the choir loft, wearing a janitor's uniform and a medical mask. I opened my home security app and saw Elena walking into our master bedroom with my business partner, Marcus. They weren't mourning. They were popping a $500 bottle of vintage champagne and high-fiving over the $2 million life insurance policy I'd signed a month prior. Elena kicked off her black heels and laughed, telling Marcus, I thought he'd never drive off that cliff. The brake fluid was harder to drain than I expected. I didn't call the cops yet. I waited until they were mid-toast, then I used the remote app to override the house's smart system. I locked every door and window from the outside, turned the smart ovens to 450 degrees, and played my own death scream through the built-in speakers at max volume. As they hammered on the unbreakable glass, I pulled the fire alarm from my phone and waited for the real sirens to arrive. When the police broke down the door, they didn't find a grieving widow. They found 2 terrified conspirators surrounded by the ghost of the man they tried to kill. I walked into the station an hour later, still in my janitor's gear, and handed the detective the cloud-saved footage of their confession. Marcus is facing 25 years, and Elena is currently rotting in a cell. Realizing that the nothing but ash she talked about was actually her entire future,